Let me know if you can see my screen.
I can.
Okay, good. Okay, so let me just go through that. Okay, so just a recap. The program I'm talking about is a CSP program. So it's a cloud solution provider program from Microsoft. So this way, through this program, you set the pricing, you can set the terms, and directly bill your customers. So what I mean by that, your cost, again, for going back to the example of the exchange online, would be $4.06. Now the MSRP is only $4.90. You can go lower if you wish, right? If you want to try to capture business or something like that, you want to persuade your end customers or your prospective end customers to move to you, you can do that. You have 20 points margins to play with. So now you can directly provision and manage licenses. And continue to provide. The whole point of this program, and the program was initially initiated by partners because they want to do more than just provide licenses. They want to be able to provide services, support services to their end customers, and that's hence Microsoft created this program for that specifically for that. What Microsoft calls intellectual property of the partners to be able to be provisioned to the end customers. Okay. Mm-hmm. So by going on TechData.ca or shop.techdata.ca, what you're essentially looking for is our cloud solution store. Okay, cloud solution store. That will bring you to our Stream One portal. Okay? So our Stream One portal, and I'm not sure if you start to realize that more and more vendors are creating more and more subscription solutions for their customers. No longer are they creating a product like an app, and then 3 to 4 years later, there's a new revision or updated to that app. Everything's going a subscription model. Okay? Mm-hmm. So that's the whole goal. So we have roughly 30 plus vendors available to you. A lot of them are complementary to Microsoft, like migration, if you require migration services, signatures, backup, right? Anything that you can think of with regards to their data, security around that as well, enhanced security. There are other vendors that can also provide or enhance that solution to your end customers. Okay? So simply here, corporate elite support. That's where you'll go once all the necessary steps are completed. So just to give you an idea, here's you'll be accessing all the CSP price lists. So the exchange online, this premium. So here's an example. This premium, $12.67 would be your cost. MSRP would be $15.20 on Microsoft website. Okay. Again, 20 points. This is essential, $5.06. MSRP is $6.10. So these are your costs. You just add the necessary quantity. You add the cart. Okay. You can continue shopping if it's a multi SKU order, okay? Or you can view cart to continue. And so you view cart. Again, very simple. You want to just a quick summary of what you ordered, change the quantity if you need to. If the order was incorrect, if the quantity was incorrect, you can change it right away. So if you need 10, 20, or 100, that sort of thing, you proceed to checkout. And then you can ignore that. You can assign it to the user. Okay? This is where you gather all the end user information. Most end users already have provide that information in their Office 365.
So the order number is.
Hopefully, you as a partner, you'll have access to their portal. So
we have the order number
from them.
701.
It's essential because we tie.
Actually, your order number will be more simple here.
So there's we joined the
36433.
And that's important.
46.
In a moment, I'll show you why. Okay. Once the order is provisioned, this is a verification of their address. We'll make sure it's in Canada because we can only sell in Canada right now.
3643346.
All right, and this is for inCOREporation connection?
Yes.
Now, this is a transfer, so
for a PO ending by 5853.
For almost 5 years now. So
yeah, so it looks like Gina tried to process this, but the card that's on file
the
didn't
portal
go through.
from away from Microsoft, away from our partners. So
I think it was the
if that's the case,
4090 card.
you're going to be transferring them away from them.
But there shouldn't be any problem. I
Now, there is
checked
a
today.
step to do that. So the step is here, transfer from an advisor, open or trial account. So you just do like a view authorization step. And all this step is here. It's a simple step. Click on this link. What happens is a browser window opens. And you sign in as the end user, or hopefully you have access to the tenant. And all you're doing is accepting TechData's global admin, but yes, and authorize. Now, what this whole process enables us to do is to make their tenant visible to us. Otherwise, when we go to the Microsoft Partner Center and try to search for your end user's tenant, if TechData is not a delegated admin on that tenant, we can't see it.
Okay, let's see.
Once this is done, we can see it and we can provision those licenses for you. And StreamOne can see it essentially. So that's the intended goal of this process right here. Or you can create a net new. Maybe you come across end users that never had or want to start a new tenant altogether. Right? Maybe they had company A.Microsoft.com. Now they want company B.Microsoft.com. So you can create a brand new tenant. You can check if it's available here, right? And just click on this to see if it really is available. If it is, great. It'll give you a green light. And then you can send the credentials. It'll create a user ID and password.
Okay.
And you want that to be sent to yourself.
And the other thing is.
And so that way you have access to that new tenant.
Okay, so now it should.
Then once that's done, if you have any, the end customer requires additional new SKUs that you want. They order Exchange Online or initially, but they need more functionality. Maybe they want to go to Business Premium. You want to add more Business Premium licenses. So you process a new order for existing end users, okay? So transfer and create are for the onboarding of net new. Existing is for end customers that you already onboarded. So once that's done, otherwise you simply just get this error message. It just, again, simply means that StreamOne cannot see the tenant ID that you put down here, that's all. So once that's done, you enter your PO, okay? Now take note, there's no billing through our StreamOne. Everything's done through our TechData.ca site. And then this is just an order summary.
Sorry, can you talk a little bit in more details about the billing?
Sure.
And how does that work?
Because
and Moro probably knows this best, that the way we submit POs and the data is kind of a little bit, I'd say, outdated in terms of how the industry works. We do some smaller, more flexible bars. And I'm just wondering how the billing works in general. So I guess for every single license that we purchase for our clients, we obviously bill them, and then you bill us at some point, right? So
yes. Yeah. So I'll go over the billing in a moment. So okay, finish this order, and then it'll make sense to you once it's done. So this is just a quick summary page of your order. Your end customer, where the licenses are being inserted, quantity, SKU itself. All you have to do is simply click on the terms and conditions, click. If your end customers ever request that from you, it's right here. There's a link. You can send it to them in a PDF file. Here's the T's and C's of Microsoft as well. Okay. Once you place the order, now this is only for Microsoft. We have direct API connections to StreamOne has direct API connections to the Microsoft Partner Center, and the licenses are provisioned right away. Okay. There is no wait. There's no hold time. There's no credit check balance or anything like that. Once you place the order, it's provisioned right away. Okay. So you'll get a sales order number, who you sold it to, the end customers, and you get a sales order number. Okay. Now once you ordered, you provision the licenses. How do you manage? So I'll show you how to do that. So you go to your resale portal, top right. You go to your digital locker, okay. And this is where all your end users' tenants reside in. Okay. So getting back to the email address being tied to the tenant, it's always a good idea, and this will come in with more practice, to use one email address per tenant. Right. So we'll create one digital locker per tenant. We have other partners that use one email address across multiple tenants, and it became more difficult for them to manage their end user's tenant because It's only one. It should be more. It should be one. Best practice should be one email address to one tenant. Okay. So once you come here, you click on the green button. You click on SaaS, software as a service. Now you're able to manage their licenses account. So they call you, call Best Buy, say, hey, I need more licenses. I need instead of they originally bought 10 Exchange Online, maybe they need 20. You should just click on the modify button and you change it here from 10 to, or in this case, Business Premium. They want 5 more, change it to 47. Click modify and you get the license right away. Okay. So again, it's a pretty simple, straightforward portal that we have. We're making it as simple as possible. We're doing a lot of enhancements as well, so that way, what a number of requests has been where end users can make the modifications themselves. So we're creating APIs for that to happen. We're hopefully launching it towards the end of this year as well. So they can go to bestbuy.ca, for example, and they log in. They go to their stuff and they can potentially modify their licenses there. They need, instead of asking you to modify to increase to 5, they can go to their own portal to do that. So that's one enhancement that we're looking. Our US tech team is trying to provide. Okay?
Excuse me, I have a quick question. Sorry for interrupting. Sure. For example, they would have 42 seats in this case. Let's say they will need to modify to a lower number, such as 35 seats, for instance.
So they lost 7 employees, for example. Yeah, they can reduce that as well.
Okay, great. Okay.
So you can go back. You can go down as well. So what happens during that, and this is a segue into the billing. Everything, any modifications, it'll be prorated. Okay. Okay. So let me talk about the billing, how that works. So we get the invoice from Microsoft once a month. Okay. So our billing cycle is from the 20th to the 19th of each month. The 20th to the 19th of each month. Now, not to convolute the conversation anymore, but each subscription, so this one, for example, this is its own subscription, and that will be, let me just go back here, that'll be different from this subscription. Okay? Each subscription will have its own billing cycle. Okay? Will have its own billing. So you start a Business Premium today, the 25th of July. Okay, so the billing cycle for this subscription will be from the 25th to 24th of August. Okay? You come in tomorrow. You could go to Stream 1 tomorrow and start 10 Exchange Online. That subscription will be from the 26th to the 25th of August. Okay? Now, not to confuse you, I just want you to help you to understand Microsoft. I don't know why Microsoft did this. They enabled this separate billing cycle February of this year. It really had convoluted the billing cycle for everyone. So it's not just us. It's the billing platform of the Microsoft Partner Center. Now, to simplify that, though, our billing cycle is from the 20th to the 19th. So when we get the invoice and when we invoice you, just take note, it'll contain 2 billing periods. So the way for Office 365, they bill in advance, right? So when you get the invoice, it's actually being billing for the current billing period. So our current billing period right now would be for CSP. It'll say CSP July 2018. It'll be for July 20th to August 19th. Right? So that's the pre-bill, what they call a pre-bill invoicing. Now, if you do any modifications, so for example, your question here, if you reduce it down to 35, right? So if you do it today, it won't be reflected in the current billing period. It will be reflected in CSP August 2018, and it'll be a second line item. Okay, so each invoice will encompass 2 billing periods. Okay, so the pre-bill, which would be the forward billing from 20th to the 19th, and the prorated amount of any changes that you made in the previous billing cycle. Okay, so in this case, it'll be from June 20th to July 19th. Okay, so if you reduced it today, right, so there'll be a reduction in cost to you for CSP August. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes, and then a reseller has to provide I guess an open PO sort of thing or PO number every time
Oui, allô?
we update.
Ça va bien et toi?
Well, because it's a subscription, it's an ongoing subscription, right? And on the invoice from TechData to Best Buy, it'll be
Presque.
it'll say CSP July or it'll be CSP.
OK, je viens d'arriver. Juste un instant.
Now what we've done is we can add. So there's no net new order per se.
Ben, je suis en comme
because it's
c'est
an
pas grave.
ongoing subscription,
C'est pas grave.
ongoing billing. So
Là, je,
you might have to work it
ouais, je suis en
internally,
conférence en
to
même
do
temps.
that, because if
Mais
not,
il n'y a pas de problème.
it's an ongoing PO on your
OK.
end.
Là, par contre, est-ce que tu as seulement ouvert le fichier ou le fichier a été déplacé et ouvert?
Yeah, so this is something that we'll need to figure out.
Ouais.
Because we don't have a that. You know, like our POs is strictly
One time.
for one time product or license, and it's done.
Yeah, we have.
It's almost like you don't even cut a PO. We would just continue to bill you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, or it's sort of an open PO, which does not exist currently.
Right.
But this is what we're looking to.
You have to be careful. We had one partner, and the partner still has issues right now because they are
Oui.
like you one PO. That's it.
Juste un petit moment.
It's an ongoing.
Juste un moment.
It's an ongoing subscription. So their accounting. They have an accounting challenge right now because it's always the same PO for the same subscription. It's not a net
OK.
order.
Excuse-moi. D'accord. Alors, là, je suis sur ton ordinateur.
And it could potentially be
Je voulais savoir, est-ce que le fichier qui est ouvert en ce moment, Excel, est-ce que c'est un fichier qui a été simplement ouvert du dossier ou ça a été déplacé avant?
They have access to the portal. They would have access
OK,
to
je vais juste voir. OK.
orders and numbers and all that.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. So here, let me.
OK, c'est
CSP that we can download, that also available.
Yes, we can.
ça,
What we
c'est
can do is
303.
a couple things. So, with regard to the billing is done. It's defaulted to one invoice per end user. So each tenant that you onboard, each customer that you onboard, is an invoice by itself. Right. So we try to keep it simple for you. So we do all the back end work for you to simplify. So you get an invoice. Okay, great. You turn around, you add your margin, and charge your end customer right away.
Ouais, OK.
Now, when you get to 100 customers, 100 invoices, that can be very.
Moi, je veux voir qu'est-ce qui fonctionne pas
So
dans le
what
fond.
we do at that stage is we create what we call a consolidated invoice. So one invoice, and we send you what we call recon form.
Okay.
So that way it simplifies for your accounting department.
Okay.
So one
Okay.
invoice, but the recon
Attends un
form
peu,
consists
attends un
of all
peu.
your end users, customers, and the respective licenses
OK,
and
OK,
the billing for that
parfait.
billing period.
Does
that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. And then does this portal support the rest of brands as well? Or is it only for Microsoft?
Okay. So we have here's the Streamline portal. So I just want getting to your question, we have other vendors here. So Cronus, Autodesk, AppPoint, BitTime Migrations, ConnectWise, Disclaimer. So we have over 30 vendors available that you can utilize as well.
OK, puis.
Everything works the same way as Microsoft.
D'accord.
The ordering process is a little bit different for the other vendors. Some vendors don't have API, so it's a manual process on our back end currently. The only one, Microsoft, Symantec,
OK, mais là, il est en CSV.
would be the ones that have the APIs currently.
En CSV. Ouais, tu vois en haut, il est en point CSV. Il faudrait le modifier en Excel avant. Donc, là, on ferait. Si on fait. Comment?
There's a bit of you're saying a bit of manual work for you guys.
Si je fais Save As, OK, j'ai fait Save As. Et je m'en vais en haut ici, XLSX. OK, OK.
Okay, anyways.
Puis on va le sauvegarder à la même place. Là, on est où, là? OK, c'est sur le bureau. On va faire save, mais là, il va déjà exister, fait que je vais mettre... Il va déjà exister. Sûrement. Je pense que je l'ai vu tantôt. Là. OK, ben, maintenant, il est en Excel. Donc là, on peut faire les formules. Alors, je vais te laisser faire les formules. Comment?
So we can see they've been a customer since 2016, so long-time customer for this partner. They have 14
Okay.
online and 5 business premium. We can go and manage tenant, and we can modify.
Attends un
They
peu.
can modify. Right? So they can see what their license count is right now. There's a history of all the licenses, of who done it, when it was done, by how many. The licenses are active. Now getting to your report.
C'est juste moi. Je sais pas si on se demande si c'est à cause de ça.
Let me see here what I can get for you. Now I don't want to scare you because it can be. We're going to simplify this for you. So this is the actual recon file that we get. So as you can see, it's very detailed. Primarily the product, the date, okay, and the end customer. But we beautify it for you so it's easier to read. Okay, so that way you can take the recon file. You can say, okay, end customer company A.
Bizarre.
They have this many licenses. They're being billed this much, and then you can turn around and create the invoice for your end customer right away. So it's fairly simple.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Am I answering your question?
Yeah. And then how would you guys invoice us? If the invoice just come in an email of some sort, or?
Well, how do you normally? Or how do we normally invoice them?
Same as every other customer. Just
okay. So the regular invoice
is through EDI. It has to match our PO. So I'm not sure how
it's the same process then. Yeah. Okay. So what we do as you grow your CSP practice, right, and through EDI, we've done this for a number of partners. We have a macro that automates the processing of the invoices for you, and then we can send you the recon files as a supplement so that we know and match it accordingly to your end customers and how many
So I guess, Emma, I don't know if, like we were saying before, I don't know if you need to send us an EDI PO for us to, or if in the end all we're doing is sending you an invoice via EDI.
Yeah, well, this is something that we'll need to figure out.
Yeah.
But okay, but yeah, it's good. Thank you very much for an overview. It's much more clear than it used to be.
Yeah, it's a simple process.
Yeah, pretty much all I needed for the first step. So awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay. Now, just a couple of requirements here, Emilis. Certainly, you need a Microsoft MPN number or Microsoft Partner Network number.
C'est trop bizarre.
Hopefully, you have that. At the bare minimum, it needs to have a maps attached to it, a Microsoft Action Fact. Yeah. Either that, or if you're a solo.
Est-ce que tu me laisses te rappeler dans 5 minutes? Je vais regarder. Est-ce
we bill against some partner's MPN number.
Ouais, je vais te rappeler. Je vais juste voir qu'est-ce que je peux faire pour régler ça. Donne-moi 5 minutes, je vais faire la recherche, OK?
So the benefit here
OK, attends, je te rappelle.
The MPN number is that you, when you register on the Microsoft Partner Investment Engine, you can also qualify for additional rebates directly from Microsoft for the volume of business to do, in addition to the SKUs that they are maybe currently promoting. So, for example, this is Microsoft's new fiscal year from July to June of next year. So the first half of what they call H1, from July to December, they have a number of incentives for CSP SKUs that partners, depending on the volume, if you meet the minimum, whatever it might be if you register on the Microsoft Partner Investment Engine, and the SKUs, there might be an additional 5 to 10% incentive for you directly from Microsoft.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think with the MTN we used to have it, but I'm not sure. I have to double check.
Or you can get a new one.
Yeah, get a new one. Okay, I'll double check that.
I'll show you where, if you want to, I can show you where to get it. Pretty simple.
Okay, I'll reach out to you, Randy.
Okay. Was this helpful?
Yeah, for sure. It was.
Okay. And then, just to end our conversation, the whole point of what we're doing here is not only the portal, making it easier for you. We certainly have a growing team of Microsoft specialists that can assist you and your team wherever they may be across Canada as well. We have a number of large partners that we do that for, so we have a team box at Microsoft@TechData.ca that can answer any questions, concerns, or SKU-based pricing as well to add additional assistance to you. The whole goal here is that we're your boss, your back office support system as you grow your practice.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty?
Perfect.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Thanks, Mauro.
All right, thanks, Emma. Talk to you later.
All right, take care, guys. Bye for now.